third grade. Today, we are going to tell you all the reasons why you should participate next year in fourth grade in our PSIS 30 instrumental music program. Here at PSIS 30, we are offering you the opportunity to pick an instrument in the string orchestra or in the concert band. If you pick a string instrument, you will be in the string orchestra, led under the direction of myself, Mr. Graziano. And if you pick a brass instrument, a woodwind instrument, or a percussion instrument, you will be joining the concert band with the one, the only, Mr. Lax. Now, me and Mr. Lax could spend a lot of time in this video telling you about all the instruments and why we think that you should join, but we thought it'd be better to turn that over to our students who are currently participating in band and orchestra, where they're going to tell you how much they love playing in band or orchestra, and they're going to show you a thing or two on the instruments that they had the opportunity of learning this year. So I will first be turning it over to all of the members of our string orchestra. A round of applause, please.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, third graders.
Hi, Miss Drea.
Hello, third graders.
Hello, third graders.
Hi, third graders. I'm going to show you about my violin. Well, I know you guys are third graders, and you might choose orchestra or band.
I'll tell you what it's all about. So basically, orchestra is basically like a group of people who play an instrument, like a violin, a viola, or a cello, or a bass sometimes. Right now I'm playing along with some of my friends who also play this violin. And what's fun about orchestra is that you don't just get to learn how to play an instrument, but you get to learn it to play with it with your friends. You learn all different types of music, step by step, and each year you get to learn a little bit more.
Well, let's just start off with the pieces of the violin. So this is the bridge. These are the tuners, and this is which holds all the strings. And this part is where all the pieces hold up to. This is where you put your chin, but you don't put it like this. You have to put it sideways. And there's a part where you put your thumb. And if you're plucking, your thumb goes down here and you start plucking. And there's a violin and a viola. There's a difference from them because the violin they both have all these parts, but the thing is that sound differently.
So my instrument is the viola. It's very special because it's like two different instruments in the orchestra. One is like the violin because of the size of it, and is like the cello because the strings of the cello and the viola is the same.
The reason I love my instrument is because when I pluck the strings, it feels like a down note, a low note, compared to any other instrument. When I first plucked it, I felt that this is the right instrument for me.
Like, playing the violin takes time to learn, and like you really need to practice playing it so you can actually get good at it.
Like the first year I got into orchestra, I learned all about the strings and all that stuff. Second year, I got to learn music.
The violin is a pretty fun instrument to play. You'll get the hang of it pretty easily. It's just a pretty simple instrument. It's really fun. Trust me, guys. You guys will get the hang of it easily.
Fingerings aren't that hard, but it's the notes that you have to learn of each string. Because it's not just G, D, E, A, and E. If you put your fingers down, it makes a new note. For example, on G, I can do. But when I put one finger down, it sounds like higher, right? Meaning that's a different note.
I like the violin because it helped me actually in music, because the violin goes by face to space, and every good boy does fine. It actually helped me understand.
The way you take care of your bow is by taking the rosin and rubbing it on your bow. So when you play music, it does not sound like a cat screeching in pain.
The instrument I have is a violin, and I like it because of the way it sounds. Before I entered orchestra, I have listened to a lot of songs played with the violin, and I really like the sound, especially with all different kinds of sounds and types of songs that you can make.
So I want to tell you why I love this instrument, which is the violin. I love this instrument is because I like the sounding, the tune, the music. Personally, in my opinion for violin, I would think that violin goes for really sounds really good when you play it for almost every single different genres. It could play a calming song, it could play like a hip hop song, it could play a rap song, whatever you want, but I think it sounds good with those different types of genres. I really, when I think of it, listen to music like closely, I would think of it has like a very deep meaning to on what like the music it's playing.
The reason why I like orchestra is that as a kid, Mr. Graziano taught us a little about the violin in first grade. I got into it because when we were playing on it a little bit or trying to play on it, the music of it flowed me in my mind, flowed me. I wanted to join the orchestra because I saw that they're violins. The reason why I really liked orchestra is that when you play on it, it makes a soft tune sometimes.
I like orchestra because whenever I'm sad or mad or I'm just not feeling my best, I practice or I just play it. It makes me happy or just better. And also, I really like the sound of it.
I only played the viola because of its size and how it was much smaller than the cello. Cello and bass is like a big instrument.
I like to play the cello because when I feel mad or anything, once I play it, I feel much better.
The reason I like to play the violin is because it's the perfect size for me, and it's smooth, and the bow makes the music sound better.
I picked the bass. Why I picked the bass and why I like it is because the bass is very big. It's the biggest instrument in the orchestra. It's huge, and it also has the lowest pitch. I like music, but I don't really like performing. I could perform, but I'm kind of shy. I could stand in the back when I'm performing.
Hopefully you'll have fun if you join the group, and I really recommend you do it.
I've been doing this for around 2 years, and I do really like it. I will be going to middle school orchestra.
I hope that you guys would be interested in orchestra and probably pick an instrument from it.
Really encourage you guys to join orchestra. It's really fun, really amazing, and you'll have a blast.
So I hope you liked this video. I hope you learned a lot.
You know you want to do orchestra.
Bye.
Bye.
third graders. So I'm going to talk to you today about why I think you should consider joining bands. So there's a couple awesome reasons why I think you should, but first things first, you get an awesome instrument that you get to take home and to make noise with. Another thing is you get to socialize with new friends and meet new people that you might not have talked with before. So things that you should know, there are 3 different families of instruments in band. So here with me now I have the trumpet, which is part of the brass family. Now the instruments that we have from the brass family at PSIS 30 are the trumpet, the trombone, the baritone, and the French horn. So in order to make noise out of the mouthpiece, you have to buzz your lips like this. And then into the mouthpiece.
This is called the mouthpiece. The mouthpiece helps you blow into your trombone to make the sound.
And when you put it on the trumpet, I'm going to let some of my friends take it away from me.
Hello, third grade. I'm going to play Hot Cross Bones for you on my music sheet with my trumpet, and maybe you can be the one playing it too when you grow up and get into 4th grade. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. What do you think? Maybe you can be playing it too next year. See ya! Bye!
Hi everyone, I used to play the alto saxophone, but then I chose the trumpet. I chose the trumpet because all my friends were playing the trumpet and it looked kind of interesting. So I chose it and I like it. So now I play with it as my permanent instrument and I play with it till today. Here's a song that I'm familiar with that I'll play called Hot Cross Buns.
To join band because you can have a trumpet and then it'll be like very good and you will be like a pro in it.
So as you saw, the trumpet has 3 valves. Now unlike the trumpet, the trombone, which is a lower brass instrument, uses a slide instead.
Hey, hi guys, my name is Kobe and I play the trombone, and this is how the trombone looks like. You have a mouthpiece, you have this slide, and you have the horn. You attach it together, and then you could play it like so. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Jesus, and I am a trombone player from PSIS 30, and I play the trombone because it's my favorite instrument. This is called the slide. The slide helps you make different kinds of noises and all those stuff. And if you wonder how to put it together, you put it like this. Your mouthpiece and your slide has to be at the right side, at the right, and you put them together, and then you have this little thingy that goes around. You pull it up and you put it like that, like if it was a bottle, but it's just really a trombone. And you do it like this, and now you have your trombone ready. Now this is the sound that will probably help you a lot. It's like this.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jesus. So we also have the baritone, which looks like this, and we also have a French horn, which looks like this. Now, unfortunately, I don't have one to show you, but here's what they look like. So now in our next segment, we're going to go ahead and talk about the woodwind family. Now, the instruments that we have in the woodwind family at PSIS 30 are the flute, the clarinet, the alto saxophone, and the tenor saxophone. The only difference between the alto saxophone and the tenor saxophone is that the alto saxophone sounds higher in pitch than the tenor saxophone. So the reason these instruments are called woodwind instruments is because they use a wooden reed, which is made of bamboo, which you attach to your mouthpiece, and when you blow into it, the reed vibrates, which creates the sound.
Guys, I'm Alan, and I'm playing clarinet for the school band. This is my clarinet, and you're holding thumbs like this so you could play notes. Take a look.
Hello, my name is Shay, and you should join band because there's so many different instruments you can play. I have the clarinet, and I'm going to play you a song that I learned from band. It's called Merrily We Roll Along.
Now, unfortunately, I don't have any saxophones to show you right now, but here's a rendition of the Pink Panther performed by a saxophone quartet. Next, we're going to talk about the flute. Now, the flute is slightly different from the other woodwind instruments in that the mouthpiece doesn't require you to use a reed. Instead, you have to blow over the sound hole.
Hi, third graders. I'm Evangelina Ermakova. I will tell you one tip and 2 facts about a flute. Let's start with the facts. The first fact is a flute is technically any open tube that you blow into to produce a sound. For example, an empty bottle of Coke can be a flute if you try to blow air in it. The second fact is the flute was one of the first musical instruments ever invented and has been used for thousands of years. Now, I have one tip for you. The tip is that to play a flute, you need a lot of air. I picked the flute because it sounds calm to me. Now I'm going to play you a few notes as best as I can that you guys can understand what sound a flute makes. That was note B. Now I'm going to do note C. And now I'm going to go to the next note.
Hello, my name is Sophia, and I'm going to show you my flute. The flute is really easy to put together because you have your last piece where you put your pinkies on, and then you have your middle piece here where all of your fingers go. All of these fingerings are where your fingers go. And then the top piece is your mouthpiece. So you put your pointer finger on the second key so that it presses down the first and the second. You skip the third and go on to the fourth and fifth. Down here you put your pinky on either one of these keys, and then 1, 2, 3. So now this is what you have. So to play a D, you would lift pinky and pointer. And for your mouthpiece, don't blow directly into it or you will get this. So you want to blow with your mouth just above it or next to it. And so you start here and roll it down till you get the sweet spot. So I'm going to do that. So now I am going to play Hot Cross Buns.
Hello,
I'm a 6th grader who plays the flute. The flute is a woodwind instrument, and you make a sound into it by blowing into this mouthpiece while pressing some of these keys here. I love this instrument because this makes a melodic sound. Now I will be playing a little bit of the song Seven Nation Army on this flute.
And lastly, we have the percussion family. The percussion instruments that we have at PSIS 30 are the bass drum, the snare drum, and the mallet instruments. Percussionists serve as the backbone of the band. A good percussion player has a very good sense of rhythm and learns how to read rhythm very well.
You should join band because you can choose many instruments like drums and clarinets. And this is what song I want you to hear. Bye. Join band.
I hope you pick a flute like me. It's very nice. It's a very nice instrument. Good luck with the next school year. I hope my video is helpful to you. Bye.
You should go join band right now.
That's it for today. I hope you guys join band because it's really fun.
We hope that you all found this information very useful. And we also hope that you join band or orchestra with us next year. If you are interested in joining either band or orchestra, please make sure that you fill out the Google Forms by June 23rd, and you're going to list your top 3 favorite instruments that you want to play. Now just keep in mind we always try to get you your first choice, but sometimes we have to give you either your second or your third choice. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful summer.
But wait, there's more. Boys and girls, this is going to be your form to let me and Mr. Lax know which instrument you are going to play in a band or orchestra when you get into 4th grade this September. So, here's a bunch of words, blah, 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 blah. Go ahead and read that if you want. You pretty much got the gist of everything from what we just said in our video. And I'm just going to walk you through a little bit of this. We have your email address. You can put your PSIS30 SEP email address right there. You put your name, your first and last name. The class you are in this year will be going right there, 301, 302, etc., etc. Now, when we get over here, let's say I want to play cello. I picked that as my first choice. You'll notice it only lets us pick one over here because this is our first choice. So that's my first choice, cello. Now, I'm going to tell you why I want the cello because it sounds really beautiful. Good. And then my second choice. Well, I really want to play cello, so I'm just going to go ahead and pick cello 3 times. Nope. Nope. That's not what you're going to do. You cannot do that, because if you do that, then we're only going to have cello, 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 and we're not going to know what to do with you if we don't have enough cellos for you. So, I want to play cello, yeah, maybe I'll play bass. All right, if there's not enough cellos, maybe I'll play bass. All right, and then I'll go to my third choice, and, percussion, that seems fun. I can do percussion if there's not enough basses or cellos. And then you're going to go ahead and click submit, which I'm not going to do right now, but you get the point. So, boys and girls, please fill out this form no later than June 23rd. And we hope to see you this September at PSIS 30 in our instrumental music program. Take care, guys, and happy summer.